夏天赛季没得大，热天的只有那晚树在游泳。吃到4月份。
4月份。
吃到4月份，赛季没得大。
行，好去尝一下。
好吃尝。好吃又寄嘛，可以寄，我们寄也可以呢。
哦，要的。
在这儿寄就在这儿寄。
我还要先去刷了嘞。
I'm in Western China, navigating a world racing against time. This is the place I'm too familiar with, but yet there are many things I've never experienced before. With memories disappearing daily and culture going with them, I got to capture this before it's too late. There is bustling markets offering traditional meals cooked by hand. There is history spanning 5,000 years with over 20 dynasties of came and gone, rising and falling. Mountains and rivers nurture the legends of faith and truth, and all those stories echoing above the clouds. When we talk about Chongqing, we cannot escape the topic of Yangtze River. More intuitively, the Yangtze River flows across the whole state from southwest corner to northeast corner in Chongqing province. This is the river that carved the shape of Chongqing. When transportation was less developed in the past, river transportation was a major way of movement for people, products, and everything else. So people naturally settled near the Yangtze River, and as a result, the culture developed here. The Yangtze River is so necessary to understand the people of Chongqing, and the Three Gorges is without a doubt the most unique and deadly part of the Yangtze River. So in this episode, we came to Fengjie, a county located in northeast part of Chongqing, also the ending point of Three Gorges of Yangtze River. See what we can find behind the dangers of the river currents. Like every other riverfront city in China, Fengjie greets you upon arrival with a feeling of familiarity. With bridges crossing both banks of the Yangtze River and highway after highway carved into the side of the hill, a cloud of dust is generated by approaching large vehicles. Tin panels surrounding construction sites. It appears to be able to be copy and pasted in any places throughout this country. I can't help but be surrounded by a hint of historical dismay as I come to terms with this in the present. A voice inside my mind saying, this place just doesn't seem to match the majesty and romance that history describes.
感觉这里一切都有点百废待兴，一切都在修建。
Or perhaps the splendor of the past has long been buried in ground and has nothing to do with what we see today. No, I told myself, what I'm seeing is only the surface of this story. Because the mountains and terrain here have stayed unchanged for over thousands of years. The only thing that has changed is the eternal passing of time and the human beings who have been born and died from generation to generation. Just as the river goes on eastward without turning back. Hi everyone, it's 10 a.m. in the morning and we are at a visitor center of the top of Three Gorges, and we spent our last night on this parking lot just without any cars or visitors accompanying us. I think it's because of the winter. A lot of travelers or visitors in China, they just go to more south area because it's more warmer, and the top of this mountain is too cold the whole day. But today is a sunny day. In front of me is it looks like a cliff, But surprisingly, when we get closer, there is a village. There is a dog. This is really a tranquil and peaceful village, and there are some fumes curl up in the air. I think maybe the farmers, they are burning some branches. I'm not so sure what the farmer is doing there. Maybe he is burning the wasted grasses or other things. Yeah, it's too far, so I just cannot reach him to ask what it is. And there are a lot of orange trees on the hills. The orange trees is the specialty on this county. The county is known for growing these orange trees. It's famous in China. It's the main source of income for local farmers here. Okay, this village, they got a really good location on this valley. People write history just as they create dreams. There may never be an absolute response to the questions we seek today, and the clouds of the past stories that are hovering in the air can only be sensed by our drifting thoughts. I wonder just how many villages once existed here among the same mountains, in the same valleys. Would time and space overlap here? Were the people hundreds and thousands of years ago who lived in the same village doing the same things as the villagers do today? Those villagers of the past seem to be long gone, yet they continue to live on the same land here, generation by generation. I am heading to the highest of the Three Gorges, and I just can't wait to see the view there because the day is very sunny, and I am planning to take a cable car directly to the top of it. Instead, you can also choose to go hiking from the foot of the mountain. It's in total 10 kilometers long, so yeah, as you like. Then I found another way to reach the top of the Three Gorges, drive the car to the parking lot closest to the top and take the shuttle bus at the scenic center directly. Since I wanted to get more view of the mountain roads, so I decided to drive up.
46225停，17小时12分钟，请缴纳10元。
Going to park on a stopover alongside the road to take a rest. There are some stalls. There are supposed to be some locals or farmers to sell some specialties or some food here. There is even a WeChat QR code. But now it's off season on this tourist spot, so there is nobody here selling anything, no trading. I see a lot of local farmers, they are selling the oranges just along the roadside. So I just want to buy a couple of the oranges. How much一斤呢？3块钱一斤呐。那我买2个嘛。
要得。
你们从哪里挑过来卖的人家？
就在这儿，这个。
啊，
就在家啊，我留田里去摘的。
哦。
田里去摘的拿嘛。
哦。到来了。
我田里拿摘的去。
看起来好新鲜了。
就是新鲜噻。还有哪一个嘛？还有哪一个噻？
属于这少二的生意，不是完的。
哦。
都是自己种的。
5块05块04 5块钱。
我扫二维码行不？
得行。
微信啊。
都有。5块。
单子都是那2天的季节在卖嘛？
就是在那天噻。
哦。夏天没得。
夏天赛季没得大，热天的只有那晚树在游泳，吃到4月份。
4月份，
吃到4月份，赛季没得大。
行行，好去尝一下。
好吃
要得，
好吃又寄嘛，可以寄，我们寄也可以呢。
哦，要得。
在这儿寄就在这儿寄。
我还要先去刷到嘞，提起太重了。好，谢谢哈。
这个神经花园哪个有去看？
哦，要得要得。你们现在都做快递生意了，
快递生意啊。
哦，我是看到有好多快递车子在那边。
我们近的在城南，就在这儿寄。
哦，要得要得，
就在这儿寄。
好，谢谢哈。从那边过去。
After buying oranges, I found that local farmers were selling oranges on both sides of the road, while others were selling them online and transporting oranges by trucks. The primary source of income for every family in these hills is orange growing. Some of them have built new houses, while others have relocated to the town below the mountains, both due to the flavor of the oranges that grow on the mountains. After buying this ticket, then we are waiting for the shuttle bus to pick us up. The best part to travel on the off-season is that you can enjoy the shuttle bus all by yourself. First tourist spot of the top of the Three Gorges is a big red drum. Last mile to the highest spot, climb up from this door to the another side of that mountain. As I stepped onto the antique bridge, up the wooden steps, and through the green pines growing on the high mountains, I finally began to feel a connection to the past here. Then I was surprised to find a pavilion where I could already see the Yangtze River below, as well as distant towns and mountains. I felt as though I could still feel how the poets who were standing there in the past feels. I'm starting to look forward to more new findings on the road. During the prehistoric flood era, music emerged as the first means of spoken communication. Another name for Fengjie County is Kui Men. About 4,000 years ago, China was under the Shang dynasty, and Kui was the leader of the officials in charge of music and court ceremonies. Since ancient times, the melody of the mountains and rivers has accompanied the people who live here. Music also guided the Asian people's understanding of nature, with the Chinese philosophical concepts of 天干地支、阴阳五行。The Yangtze River and the Yellow River nurtured the origins of Chinese culture, and the Yangtze River culture is inevitably linked to the Three Gorges. Down there is a glass wall platform. It's a bit scary to me, but it will give you a wide view. And this is Yangtze River. Following the direction of this way, flowing eastward to the end, is Shanghai. The closest to me is the first of the Three Gorges, Chongqing Gorge. In that little island, in the most narrow place of this river is Baidi Cheng. It's the gate of this gorge. There is a stone tablet, which is the highest of the Three Gorges, and there is a horn. You can say something to it, it will be echoing among these gorges. Now I am climbing up to the highest spot. I thought my eyes here is kind of losing its ability to perceive how far these places are, because the Baidi Cheng, through my eyes, it looks not so far away, but when I fly in my drones, it just reached the highest limit of my drones, so it may be 5 or 4 kilometers away. The peak of the Three Gorges is 1,400 meters above sea level, where you can stand and look down on Chongqing Gorge. It is the Three Gorges' shortest section. At around 8 kilometers in length, the narrowest point of the gorge is less than 100 meters. The two mountains face one another and form the Kui Men, an important entrance and exit point for the Three Gorges. Because to the Three Gorges Dam's construction and water storage in the Yangtze River, the previously dangerous gorge has become a peaceful river, similar to a lake. I'm walking on the way to Baidi Cheng, the White Emperor City, an important shipping gate on the Yangtze River's Three Gorges. It's also where Liu Bei died, the hero of the Three Kingdoms, and where Liu Bei regained his life after exile. The ancient and challenging landscape holds too many stories that have not faded and are still waiting to be told.